mbio sana mpaka kwa leg. Twende. Songa.
Here in Homabay, actually are mobilizing forces in terms of ending unintended pregnancy among adolescents, which has become a shadow pandemic in our nation. And today we are working with the male engage and also to see that how the Boda fraternity can be able to be change agents in terms of curbing the issue of unintended pregnancy among adolescents in the county. So I would like to say that it's high time for all stakeholders to come together, more so in these counties that are mostly affected, so that we can have a candid conversation in terms of comprehensive, age-appropriate comprehensive sexuality education for in school and out of school. Because the issue is more than the county, the issue is more than the country. Because being that Kenya is ranking third, actually this is now something that we should not take lightly and we should not normalize it. It's a thing that now all parents and all stakeholders, even the private partners, to come together so that we fight the fight and make the girl child thrive. County government are developing the county integrated development plans, and I believe there can be a budget line specifically for adolescents, youth and reproductive health. And also they can also bring in social economic empowerment in terms of stakeholders so that these issues of poverty, period poverty, and also issues of adolescents being missing in school and looking for funds elsewhere can be addressed well. And we believe that they are now getting inputs from all stakeholders and community. I believe this is now for the county government to prioritize in terms of helping the young people and also more so prioritizing the issues of adolescents in this county. But I believe for sexuality education, it's high time that we should not bury our heads in the sand. Because actually young people are engaging in sex, and now it's time for also us to review policies that are there. So if it's about content, why can't we come up with a content that is age appropriate and also review the existing policies that they can fit these young people and also co-create with them. In terms when we are coming up with policies, let the adolescents or the young people, the teenagers themselves, also have a discussion, a candid discussion with the policy makers so that the policies are user-friendly or youth-friendly policies too. Yeah. Advocacy. One of the key things is we are supporting the county government to come up with a sexual gender-based violence policy in a way that addresses issues to do with stigma, discrimination, and also inclusion in terms of let the teachers be sensitized. So on one way or the other, the policy is addressing sexual gender-based violence either in school or also out of school. But right now, I think it's high time for all of us to think about the parents, because parenting in digital era is a challenge for most parents. Some of the parents, some of us are old school. We grew up in a times where there was no, I cannot say so much exposure in terms of digital media, social media, and the TV and the rest. But right now you give birth to a child and immediately the first thing they see is your phone and also at the same time TV. So they are getting a lot from social media and also at the same time a lot information in, I can say, Google University. So I'm saying that as much as we are coming up with adolescent guides, also let us now, the government and all the stakeholders, see how we can develop parental guides, whether it's in social or even if it's creating awareness, or see how these parents can be able to be enlightened in terms of communicating with the young people, and also having a teacher parents network where when the child is at school, he's able to monitor, and when the child is at home, also the parents are able to monitor.
We supported them to create awareness on intended pregnancy, which are so much rampant in Homabay County, and it has been perceived that it is Boda sector which are causing unintended pregnancy in Homabay County, something which is not right. And today they got an opportunity to create awareness in Homabay town, and we as Power to Youth, we are really working so hard to ensure that we reduce cases of teenage pregnancy in Homabay County, and we do this in Rachwanyo North and in the sub-counties. It is known, and it is something which is happening all over, that teenage pregnancies arise in Homabay County compared to other counties. Currently we are number 2, and when you come back to Homabay, Boda is leading, and then followed by Rachwanyo North. For the last 1 year, teenage pregnancy cases has been on rise, just the way I said earlier, with Homabay leading among the counties in Kenya. Homabay is number 2 with 40%, which is surpassing national level, which is at 18%. So far, when we come back to Homabay, Boda is leading with 3,400, followed by Rachwanyo North, which is also second with 2,400. So these cases denies the young ones opportunities to go on with their studies well. Some of them end up being young mothers at early stage, something which is very, very bad. So we are trying to promote girl-child education to ensure that they also succeed in their lives.
In strongest term possible, we are trying to condemn this issue of teenage pregnancy in Homabay, and we want to promise to the nation that we'll go all around the Homabay County to spread this gospel, so that our youths get to know that these children, we should encourage them and bring them up for better future. This issue of teenage pregnancy, it's always witnessed with the youths, especially in this sector of Boda. So I want to appeal to all Boda riders in the county. I want to appeal to Boda riders in the county to condemn this thing and to condemn this bad issue of teenage pregnancy, so that we get to secure the future of our children. To the county government, I would also to ask you to come up or come in and support these young ladies, these young girls, because you get that mostly we come from poor families, and in these poor families we can't even afford the sanitary pads. As you know that these our ladies, these teenage from 14 to those years above, they undergo their periods every month, and if they undergo their periods every month and they can't afford the sanitary pads, it becomes very difficult. They get ashamed in the community. So to avoid them this shame, I'm asking the county government to come in and help wherever they can. And just as I said to the Boda operators and fellow youths, even in other Juakali sectors, let us spread this good gospel all around the county, so that we place Homabay County in some better position. To the wazee or the clan elders, because you get that some communities still practice some old age cultural beliefs. I want to tell you that these things pass with time, and we should encourage our girls to go to school.
So ningependa kuomba pia, kuna jambo la muhimu, ningependa kuomba serikali au swala lolote ile, shirika lolote ile la kusaidia kupunguza mimba za haraka, kuna vyanzo vingi. Chanzo nimekisahau cha mwanzo kabisa ni maklabu ambayo tuko nayo hapa. Ninasaidia sana kwa sababu hayana ile kwamba vikwazo kwamba kuna kuingia hapa kama wewe ni bwana ni mwanafunzi. Wao wanaingiza tu. So, alafu wakishaingia huko kuna mambo yake huko. Siwezi kuyataja. So ningependa pia wazazi sisi majukumu tumewaachia, tuwaelimishe watoto wetu mapema. Majukumu sisi tuko busy serious kutafuta hela, lakini majukumu tunasahau ya kumpatia mtoto wa kike mafunzo, mavazi, yote sisi tumesahau kama wazazi. So ningependa mashirika pia tupatia angalau hata kuelimisha wazazi kwamba ni lazima wajumuike, wapatie watoto wao malezi bora. Naomba mwana bodaboda aelewe kwamba saizi kizazi cha sasa hivi, maisha sasa hivi, mtoto akitembea na nguo cha chini hivi ni kawaida, na ningependa katika wazo lake ajue kwamba ni kawaida. Hii ni maisha ya kisasa, watoto wanavaa hivyo, kwa sababu sisi wazazi tumekosa majukumu, tumewaachilia, wamezalisha ulimwengu mwingine mpya. So naomba akubaliane na matokeo. Naam.
It's been a failure for us to be rated top 5. I think it's a failure on our county government system, part of it. But they should come up with a legal legislations that covers issue of children. They should come up with that, and I think we are nearing electioneering period, but in the next few months, I think the coming government and the assembly will do something over that. 2, back to parents. For you to be called a parent, should be a parent. A parent should be a parent. A parent should be a parent. When you give somebody your child to take to school, who is this person you are giving your child to take to school? Who is this person taking your child from school back to home? Yes. So a parent should be a parent. Let's not leave our responsibility because we are so much committed on other economic issues, looking for money. A parent should be a parent. Let's take our role, responsibilities right as parents. And I think this one should trickle down to each and every parent. Whichever class, whichever religion you belong to, whichever kind of work you do to, be a parent. Parentage is also a cause. Be a parent. To the Boda people, we are the youth of tomorrow. We are the leaders of tomorrow. Let's be good people.
Nataka kusema hivi kwa swala la mimba ya mapema. Linachangiwa sana na desturi tulizo nazo kwa jamii. Nataka kusema hivi, hizi mila na desturi ni vitu ambazo kwa saizi zimepitwa na wakati. Ningeomba wazee na wazazi, generation ya saizi ni tofauti na jinsi walivyokuwa. Ningeomba waelekeze watoto na wajue mtoto anahitaji nini kwa nyumba, anakosa nini ama ni nini kinamfanya apotoke. Sasa ningeomba sana sana kwa wazazi, ikiwa ni mila ndio inachangia hizi, naomba watusaidie kama wazazi. Kwa wanabodaboda walio na tabia kama hizo, ningewapa ujumbe huu. Sisi kama vijana bado tunahitaji za kimwili, damu yetu bado ina joto sana, tunachemka sana. Lakini ningeomba, ikiwa ni lazima utimize haja yako, kuna sex workers wengi hapa, tuache kuharibu watoto wetu. Kama si mwanamke kwa nyumba, tafuta mwanamke mwingine nje, tuache watoto wa shule tafadhali. Kwa maisha ya saizi ni masomo ndio itatoa mtu nje. Wakati tunaharibu hawa watoto, tunaharibu generation inayokuja.
Gana na power to youth, Amref na Wawa. Tunataka kutoa hii ujumbe mbaya yenye imesayone kwa watu wa pikipiki. Ati watu wa pikipiki ndio wanapatia watoto mimba ya hali. Sisi tunataka kukataa hiyo kwa ngazi ya juu. Tunataka hao watoto wetu wasome, wafike penye watafika. Yes. Na unajua vizuri mtoto akipata mimba mapema, shule yake inaharibika.
Imeisha kabisa.
Imeisha na hiyo tutaki kabisa. Sasa tuliona
tuliona kama watu wa pikipiki sisi ndio tuanze hii kueneza hii ujumbe, kwa sababu wanasemanga watu wa pikipiki ndio wako na pesa ya kuflow, pesa ya kupata ya kwa njia ya urahisi ya kuconvince hao watoto na wakupatia mimba. Sasa tunataka tuambie watu wa nje wasikie hii kitu kwa makini kabisa. Kupatia mtoto mimba kama yeye ni mdogo tumekataa. Tukipata hiyo kwa watu wa pikipiki wenye wako nje, tutawachapa kabisa na tutawanyorosa kweli kweli. Tunataka watoto wasome, wakuwe watu wakubwa hapa nchini.
Kama Wanga.
Kama Martha Korea, wakuwe wakili, wakuwe daktari nini, wakuwe nini.
Kama Milo
sana. Wito yenye natoka kwa county government. County ilikuja isaidie watu. Chenye inafanya hao watoto wakuje kwa watu ama wapate hii early pregnancies, mimba ya karibu, ni hawa watoto. Kuna wenye wako maskini na wana pesa, maybe mtoto anataka sanitary towels na haezi afford kubuy sanitary towels. Sasa tunaomba county kama wanaweza toa hizi vitu kama sanitary towels, wagawe kwa watoto, wapatie watoto hizi vitu ndogo ndogo yenye sasa mtoto hata akipata, kwa sababu unajua mtoto haezi toa damu na anaenda shule. Hiyo ni aibu sana. Sasa county government tunawaomba, pesa iko hapa, peana sanitary towels kwa hao watoto, lipia hao watoto school fee, ndio sila isitokee mingi.
Again, we are against teenage pregnancy. It's always known that the Boda sector are the people holding or propagating or propelling early pregnancies in Homabay town. We know it's in Nyanza, Homabay County specifically, to be told that early pregnancy are very vigilant in our area. We are requesting our Boda sector people that we take care of ourselves. We take care of the society, the people who are coming behind us. And we are advocating for this to everybody, be it Boda sector, whichever area you are doing operations on a daily basis. Let's take this advocacy. Let's take the forward front. We eradicate or we reduce this issue of pregnancy. We know in Homabay we are number something in Kenya. We are in top 10. I think we are number 3 after Narok. So to each and every vijana manka, any youth who is here, let's take our proper priorities and we eradicate that.